Hey everybody, Jim Davis along with the Buckeye Boy. It's the Dugout from the Jim Davis Show. Weekday morning, 7 to 10, by the way. Don't miss it. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your loved ones. If you really care about them and their sports knowledge, you would tell them about the Jim Davis Show.
Make bets with people where if they lose, they have to listen.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that, sure. 7 to
We'll
10
take
weekday
it.
mornings, yeah.
However, there are years. We'll take yours.
Whether it's losing a bet or you just do it willingly, we will take you weekday mornings.
Slice them off, tape it to a radio. We'll take yours any way we can get them.
That's a little dramatic. I don't think that's probably necessary. But it is necessary, and we're thrilled to talk about the Colorado Rockies. First place, as we film this on a Wednesday morning, first place in the National League West. A big win over Arizona last night to open up the three-game set. And Nolan Arenado, you heard his chants last night. The house has been packed at Coors Field, Buckeye, for MVP. Nolan Arenado continues what has been a remarkable 2017. And it's not like this guy all of a sudden, hey, who's this Nolan Arenado guy?
Right.
We've known it for a long time, but now the nation is kind of figuring out, hey, Nolan Arenado might be, now that Mike Trout's on the shelf, he might be the best player in baseball.
Yeah, he's got 2 legs of the Triple Crown each of the last 2 years, led the National League in home runs and RBIs. Both of the last 2 seasons, he's got 82 home runs and 260-some RBIs in the last 2 seasons, and he's right up there at the top with home run and RBI this year. He's getting close to 300 with his average. And if you take off your bright-colored glasses, he should be your National League MVP.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Nolan Arenado, with only one error the whole season, continues to be not only the best defensive third baseman in baseball, but maybe
He's the best two-way player in the game.
Yeah, right. There's no doubt that right now Nolan Arenado is the best player in baseball at this point in time, and he's been so clutch. The home run for the cycle against the Giants, the triple last night that drove in the tying and the winning runs last night. But it's not just Nolan. It's what this Rockies ball club has been able to do in total. Right, but it was a multi-hit game, and that Tuesday night game to open up the series. That certainly is a step in the right direction. Satella, second most wins in the National League, and Kyle Freeland, 2 rookies, are in the top 10 with names like Kershaw and Scherzer and Greinke. That those 2 names are in there, and they're both rookies for most wins in the National League right now. It's been a lot of fun to watch this ball club. It just seems like the chemistry's been great, and this is a team that, not to get all cliche and everything, they just refuse. Doesn't have a very good game. Comes up with a hit when they need him to get on base, and then that leads to getting on an Arenado doing what he did.
And I think it was Blackman. It may have been Blackman, maybe it was.
Heading into last night, we're either Diamondbacks or Rockies.
You mentioned the Dodgers numbers. They're just a half game back as we sit here on a Wednesday midday. There's a great chance for all 3 of these teams to make the playoffs. We talked about it on the show this morning about the 89 to 90% chance the Rockies have to make the playoffs.
According to FanGraphs and Baseball Prospectus and the three major
nerds in the know.
Yeah,
I like to call
the 3 major sabermetrics websites. They all have the Rockies with I think well worse than an 88% chance of making the playoffs based on what other teams. Feel more wild card. The year they win a division, Tyler. But the competition's so tough right now. Arizona's played really well, and the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks and Dodgers, Buckeye, matched the Rockies, and that's why clearly this is easily the best division in baseball.
Absolutely, and the reason I go with the Rockies to win the division is the Rockies have the best record against the division in the division. They're 5-2 against the Diamondbacks right now. game number 8 of 18 or 19 is coming up tonight. So the second half of the season, you're going to be seeing a lot of the Snakes if you're the Rockies. And the Dodgers are only 16-16 against the West right now, heading into last night. So they're just treading water against this division while being a half game back. So they've beaten up on a lot of teams that aren't in the West, with a lot of games against the West still to come. So they're going to beat up on each other, and the Rockies have the best track record against the other two teams that they're chasing. It's going to come down to head-to-head games. I think the Rockies have the advantage.
And it's a point, too, where at the trade deadline coming up next month, the Rockies may not necessarily be buyers because they may not need to buy. Going to get John Gray back, Chad Bettis back. Maybe it's the bullpen. Maybe that's where the Rockies will target something in regard to helping them at the trade deadline. But overall, you're looking at it, Rockies are in pretty good shape from that standpoint. The need for a veteran frontline starter that everybody thought, they need a guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get John Gray back, Bettis back. You're getting guys that are, your ace of the team essentially in John Gray, reliable, solid veteran arm that we talked about in Chad Bettis. You're going to get those guys back in the near future.
If you get Parra back and if Dahl comes back before the trade deadline, you're going to have 11 bats to play 8 places.
Yeah.
That surplus may get them that middle relief guy that can get you the 6th, the 7th without stress, unlike a Mike Dunn.
Because if there's a concern right now, Mike Dunn has to get himself right at some point. Adam Ottavino as well. They kind of have to get themselves right, and hopefully, maybe that keeps the Rockies from needing to make that move as well. But it's nice you have resources.
They have flexibility, that's for sure.
Flexibility, and they have depth, and something the Rockies have not, and they play through injuries as well. So don't forget, we'll have the Rockies for you on the Team Sports Network. Go to our website, handcrafted with an artisan touch by our own Max Ryan. So the team1340.com for your play-by-play schedules and your show schedules as well, podcasts of this show, and all kinds of really cool stuff over there. Kind of wrap it up very quickly. We had a chance to talk with Willie Ponders, the Colorado Mesa wide receivers coach. Congratulations to Willie. He received the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship, which means he'll go out and coach with the Philadelphia Eagles during training camp next month. So congratulations to Willie. A chance to learn a lot of great things from Doug Peterson, the head coach out there in Philadelphia. Get some NFL coaching experience. Willie played for the Giants. And you can check out go to our podcast at our website the conversation we had with Willie about playing with Eli Manning and Kurt Warner in New York. Some really good stuff with Willie Ponder. Congratulations.
2 kicks to the house as a pro.
That's right. Led the league in 2004 in kickoff return yardage.
Yeah.
So a really good interview with him. Check that out at our website as well. And we also have Summer Music Madness coming up with Triple Play Records. That is going to be a really cool thing.
Yeah, it's going to be our Summer Madness 2, I guess. And it's going to be thanks to Triple Play Records. It's going to be kind of the same thing as we did last year, but with sports movies, it's going to be music. That's all you're going to get for now, pal, but it's going to be really cool if you're a fan of classic music.
All right, we need to leave because Max is ready to drop his iPod on the ground. His iPad, I should say.
He's twitching now.
He's starting to shake.
He locked the knees, and anybody that stood in a formation like marching band or military, no, you can't do that. Keep the knees loose.
You guys want to do this for 8.5 minutes?
Been some weddings like that before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. So anyway, thanks again, and don't forget, give us a full 3, 7 to 10 weekday mornings on the Jim Davis Show.